Right, Chris?
No.
Chris?
No.
Chris.
No.
Chris,
No.
what do you think of digicams, Chris?
No.
What? Whose idea was this? It's at least -10. It's ridiculous. Now, if you've been around on this channel for any amount of time, you will know how much I really like this Canon Powershot G10. I use it a whole lot for street. I made a whole bunch of videos about it. I've talked about the specs and all that. I've lumped them all in a playlist, which I'll link for you up there somewhere. But that's not what this is today. Today, I want to talk about how this little camera made me decide to make a new Instagram. See, these old digicams have had something of a resurgence in 2022, it would seem. Something I read indicated that it started in Japan, but I can totally get it. It's a very specific look. It's not film, but it's something really special. Now, as to why the G10 was the reason I made this account, well, the image quality that comes out of that little camera is very surprising. And when I'm talking image quality, I'm not just talking about resolution and ISO performance, none of that business, because this thing is, at its base ISO of 80, there's noticeable noise there, you know, but it's not like color noise, it's not like nasty purple or green artifacts or any of that sort of stuff. It's just like a really nice texture, you know. Again, it's not film, but there's something there. Now, if you want to follow that account over on Instagram, it's just point and shoot life, and it's mainly these G10 images, but this camera is so capable, and it's not only going to be those images forever. I'm going to go and buy a whole bunch of these digicams because they're a hell of a lot of fun. Alright, sun's just breaking the horizon. I'm gonna get a few shots handheld. I can't be bothered with tripods. I've got one, but alright, here's some pictures for you. Some sunset stuff, sunrise. It's just so early. Look at that light. That is, you can't see it. That is so, yes. I kind of wish I was out shooting the street, to be honest. What? Hang on, that light's terrible. Yes. Huh? Now, where different film stocks have their different looks and often can provide this somewhat dreamy sort of aesthetic, you know, the washed out colours, the low contrast, things like that. These digicams do something similar, but to me it's more like what the past thought high-tech would look like. Now, we've had full-frame mirrorless cameras for almost a decade at this point, and smaller sensor mirrorless for even longer, plus your DSLRs and your phone that's always in your pocket, ready to produce a nice clean snap whenever you want it. So where do digicams even fit in? Chris is just over there doing stuff. I'm going to ask his opinion on digicams. He probably hates them. Chris loves his Canon mirrorless, he loves his L glass. Probably hates them. Alright, and so what do you think of digicams? Go.
Of digicams? Cheap and nasty, but in the right hands, yeah, they're
Would
alright.
you use one for a day? Leave your full frame mirrorless, leave your DSLRs,
That's a good one.
use a digicam.
Yeah, alright then.
Have fun,
Yeah.
have fun.
Where's the on one?
Where's the on? That's a fantastic start, isn't it? Now these digicams for me, they have a place for people like myself who don't care so much about resolution, they just want a cool look that isn't that over sharpened phone look on a camera that you can sling in your pocket. They also have a place, I think, for people who like the idea of film but don't want to be bound by its time constraints for process and all the rest of it and the cost. But also they exist for people like me who are just mega nerds who like old tech. I mean, these things are so cool. Some of my favourite images of my eldest kid, who was born in 2006, have that silly little digital timestamp in the bottom corner. They're like 1.3 megapixels in some cases. They're utter garbage, technically speaking, but they look really cool. Alright, Chris?
No,
Chris?
no,
Chris.
no,
Chris, what do you think of digicams, Chris?
No.
What? Chris,
Full frame. A lens.
you're going to buy a digicam. You're going to buy a digicam. Alright, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do hit that like button. Helps the channel immensely. Follow Digicam Chris. He really likes digicams.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he does. See you in the next one.